Well, I am at my delivery. What is this place called? Salisbury? Salisbury, North Carolina. I'm near Charlotte. It is 7:30 Eastern. There were 3 trucks ahead of me when I arrived at 6:30, and I am now at the door of judgment. We shall see. Okay, that's what you like to see right there. So I'll be smiling. It's gotten fairly quick. I think they've unloaded 3 trucks in a little less than an hour. They must not have been smiling. So I'm gonna go in there and smile. In fact, when I arrived, I thought the trucks in the front of the line may have been still in their bunks, which is understandable. It's pretty early from Central Standard Time anyway. So I got up at 5, no big deal. I went to the door, and as soon as I approached the door, the metal gate of judgment opened, and that's what let me know that they weren't sleeping, because the truck started pulling forward. So I am ready to go. I will pull in. Hopefully I'm not sure the process by which they unload these. I would assume it's a forklift, because these are skidded coils loaded from the side of the trailer. But I've been to places where they have overhead cranes with forks on the crane. So, it depends. I'm in North Carolina. There's not a whole... I've only hauled a couple things out of here. And lumber, plastic pipe, or granite. But the granite I hauled went to Maine, and that's not where I want to go. I mean, I'd like to go to Maine, because it's an awesome place. But I want to head towards home, and I don't live in Maine, so we'll see what happens. I should have done something else before I started this segment, but I'll do it now, since, people like to see this kind of stuff, if I can do it. I just want to do this in order to show you kind of where I'm going. But before that's going to take a few minutes. I've got an interesting assignment. I'm going to a steel company really close to here, but the pickup appointment time is at 1 o'clock. So the earliest I could be there is 12:30. It is 9 o'clock right now, and I have a half an hour to get there. So I will leave here at noon, and it's about 9. So in 3 hours I'll be leaving. That's kind of one of the bummers of this particular job, is to effectively plan your day. If I knew that, if I would have had this pre-planned earlier, I could have started my day later to allow me to drive more today. But instead, I'm going to be burning my 14-hour clock, sitting here waiting to go to my load appointment. I would have started my day. I wouldn't have had to get up at 5 in the morning. I could have got up at 7 if I wanted to. But, it happens every once in a while, things like this. Typically not. This is one of those rare occasions where I have to kind of sit and wait. But I'm picking up in Charlotte, and I'm going to Parrot, Arkansas. I've never been to this particular location. And this will be an interesting load. There's no tarp required, so you'll get to see it. And this will be a first time for this type of load for me. They had all kinds of instructions. I'm at a pilot right now, very close to where I dropped off. I've got all kinds of instructions on my OmniTrack / Qualcomm. It's interesting that the unit itself says, it says OmniTrax on it, but when the program starts up, it still says Qualcomm. So I would think that, if I was a company that purchased Qualcomm, I'd probably be, and this is just my opinion, on what I would do if I owned the company. But I would change that Qualcomm to say the name of my company. I'm just saying. Just because I'm proud like that, you know. You want my name on everything. But this had some very special instructions. One, it gave exact, you know, let me know that you can't show up 30 minutes before at this location or where I'm going to be dropping off. I can't even get there before 6 p.m. tomorrow, but I don't see that as a problem because it's like 700 miles away. But it is dropping off tomorrow. We'll see how this goes. It also has specific load instructions. It told me to go to my media manager on my right here on my OmniTrax. I can go in here and find specific load instructions for this particular location that I'm picking up from. And after I saw it, I was like, whoa, this is going to be different. So it's a strap-only load on steel where I'm wrapping the bundles of steel a certain way. And I think it'll be interesting to see because I'll actually be able to show it this time once it's done. I won't be able to video on site. This is a company that I frequently go to, and I think they're very particular about what is shown, so I just play it safe and not video anything on their property because I respect whatever their wishes are. But once I get off their property and I'm traveling down the road, then I can actually show you the load, and I don't even know what to expect. So it could be interesting, or it could be boring. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, that's the update for now, and we'll get on down the road and see what happens. The instructions I have to get to where I'm delivering are kind of crazy because they start from here, the directions that they provided on and how to. Well, it's really right here at this spot, and they tell you how to all these roads to get to that spot instead of starting like with knowables. And one of the roads they have in their instructions is incorrect, so I'll have to send in a correction on that. But that's my trip. I'm going to be traveling across Tennessee long ways, and so I'll be seeing a lot of Tennessee, and I'll have to cross over the mountains here, which is not a big deal as long as I can get pretty far down the road, I'm hoping, today. But it makes me wonder because I don't pick up until like technically 12:30. I'll arrive, and that's no telling how long it's going to take to load and secure. Securing should go pretty quick because I don't have to tarp, and I've just got to wrap some straps and tighten them down, so I should be good to go. But depending on when I get out of there, the most I could drive today on my 14-hour clock. Let's see, calculate in my head. If I turn on my clock at 6 a.m. Eastern time, it'd be 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern time is the latest I can drive. So I should be able to get 7 hours down the road. That's optimal, but it won't be like that. It'll probably be like 5 hours that I get down the road, which is fine. It's got 12 hours to get there, so, and then I'll show up tomorrow and deliver this. I just wonder, because I live, okay, I know it. There we go. Sometimes it wants to work, sometimes it doesn't. I live right there near St. Louis, and I'm dropping off there, and I'm not sure exactly. I've never picked up anything out of this area before. And Little Rock, that's the home station for Maverick Transportation. There's always the possibility that on Friday I will have to drive to Fort Smith, Arkansas, pick up, and then drive home. Let's hope not, because I have a feeling that when I drop off here after 6 p.m., that's going to kind of mess up my day, because I'll have to start my day in a way to where I show up at this location pretty much within the time frame of when I woke up, so that I can maximize my clock afterwards. So if they do send me to Fort Smith, I can continue driving down the road to get as close as I can, because it's a good, I want to say 6.5 hours from Fort Smith to St. Louis. And I could be wrong. I could be underestimating it, because I have to cut through some backwoods areas here to shorten the distance and increase the time versus just driving straight up to 44. So, but I'm just guessing. I could end up picking something up out of here, or something not even in Arkansas. So, see, it's hard to, if I knew where I was going after I dropped this off, I can efficiently plan for my day tomorrow. Because odds are I will get up, drive to this location, and it be something totally different, and then my times may be inadequate for what I need to accomplish. So I mean, it's one of those things you have to wrestle with when you're trying to plan your days. So I'll probably just start my day as normal and drop that load off at 6, depending on the miles I have to go. See, this all depends on when I get out of here, so I can't. It's hard to plan that far ahead when there's so many unknowns. So, but my mind's always racing on how I can efficiently plan this so I can do it quickly as possible, so I can ensure that the planners have the ability to get me home in an accurate and appropriate time. But no matter how hard I may try, I'm not always successful. So we'll see what happens. I've had to wait for my phone to recharge. I left my GPS on, and so it sucks up the battery. It is about 7:30 right now, and I am 6.5 hours away from my delivery tomorrow. But I can't show up until 6 p.m. And then I also realized, wait a minute, tomorrow's Friday. So I will be arriving around 6 p.m. in Parrot, Arkansas. And we'll have, about 5 hours, between 5 and 6 hours. Well, who am I kidding? 5 hours left after I probably unload. If not, a little bit less. So I'll have the ability to drive someplace, but I just don't know where that's going to be. It makes me think that I may not be going home this weekend. But I don't like thinking about that. And how am I going to upload videos if I don't go home? Yeah. So I'm at this, I guess you call it a mom and pop truck stop. And you'll see more of it in tomorrow's video. It's just dark out right now, and I'm kind of settled in the back of my truck, and I don't want to get out. So you'll see plenty of it tomorrow, because I'm not leaving here until about 11 in the afternoon. I won't start my clock until about 11 in order to ensure that I probably won't, maybe 12, maybe noon, I will start my day. Though I'll be up long before that, with only 6.5 hours to go. I'll show up during my delivery window at the right time if I leave at noon. So we'll see what happens. And this is kind of a different experience for me. I don't recall ever having to do this before, but it may have happened maybe one other time. So anyway, that's it for tonight, and we'll see. I'll show you this load, because it's, it is very different. It's very long, so yeah, it's like 1/4-inch square bar in large packs, and there's like 5 packs, and I had to wrap it in a special way with instead of chains, I had to wrap it with my 4-inch strap. So you'll see that tomorrow. So see ya.